Hello, fellow Biafrans of freedom all over the world. I welcome you to this evening's program, and I believe that every Biafran all over the world, both home and abroad, are doing well. My people, I welcome you to this program, and I thank God that we had a very peaceful weekend coupled with the visit of our Prime Minister to Canada Town Hall. Join me from wherever you are watching so that we will deliberate on some important matters that touches and concerns Biafrans. We Biafrans, we are lovers of freedom all over the world. We love our freedom and we are talking about our freedom. This platform is one of the Breji platforms where we bring you authentic information that relates to Biafra matter. Please, friends and family, anyone who do not want to hear anything about Biafra, do not waste your time to stand by. This is platform mainly for freedom fighters because we are lovers of. In this platform, we don't preach violence because we are not violent people. We don't preach hate. All we preach is for Biafrans and Biafrans first. Biafrans have taken enough, so much from Nigeria, called zoo popularly. We have to leave, and we do not owe anybody any explanation why we are leaving Nigeria. It is our natural and legal right to seek and maintain our freedom and our liberty. So, my people, before I go ahead, I have to do the needful. I have to mighty for his mercies, because God's mercy endures forever. Almighty God, merciful Father, the creator of heaven and earth, I thank you, merciful God, for our lives. I thank you for all the changes you are making in our lives. I pray fervently, my Lord, that you release our leader this month when he will come to court, because Nigeria is such a country that does not have value for life. They don't have value for human beings, let alone having value to what the law says. But my Lord, I believe and I'm trusting in you that you will release our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this month. Please, my Lord. And I pray that you extensively extend your hand of mercy and love towards our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, who is currently leading us after the abduction of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Our Prime Minister has brought a new dimension. We thank you, Lord. I finally pray for all Biafrans all over the world, for them and the well-being of their families and their businesses. He said, my people, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, yesterday being the 15th of September 2024, our Prime Minister visited Canada, and it was a very exciting outing. We went to Canada Town Hall to hold a meeting with Biafrans, and during the course of that meeting, one of our sisters who has been recently vilified by Nigeria government because she talked back at the people who were castigating the Igbos as they always do. The Canadian government was instructed by Nigerians to arrest our sister. So my people, our sister visited and spoke to Biafrans for the first time. So I will play this video and you will hear our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Thank you all for watching. My people, remember to click the like button and share the message so that it goes viral. Hello, my brother, Oga 404. Thank you so much for joining. Yesterday, it was very, very wonderful. Our PM was there as usual, touching hand on everything that Nigeria Zoo does to us. Wow, my wonderful sister Mary, thank you so much for joining. They were my sister. Oga Delegemma, thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you had a nice weekend. Wonderful Biafrans. Let's listen to our PM.
Good evening, in Canada. Good evening, Biafrans all over the world. That are watching this program from different platforms. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the press that are seated in your different location. Listening and watching to my tour of Canada today. Good evening, well wishers and friends of Biafrans.
Sorry, this is very...
I am not here to give speech that will last for hours. But I want to just go straight to bullet point. For those of you who do not understand what we are doing, we are fighting for our freedom. And I believe that everyone in this life and in this world, wherever where you are, in Canada, good evening, Biafrans all over the world that are watching this program from different platforms. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the press that are seated in your different location, listening and watching to my tour of Canada today. Good evening, well wishers and friends of Biafrans. I am not here to give a speech that will last for hours. I want to just go straight to bullet point. For those of you who understand what we are doing, we are fighting for our freedom. And I believe that everyone in this life and in this world, wherever where you are, the country where you're residing, have a history. Now, I want everyone of us here today and those who will listen to this particular speech to note one. Into being through conquest. This is a fact that Nigeria came into existence through conquest. And the forceful imposition of foreign rule, which denied the indigenous people in Niger area the opportunity to negotiate and choose what they wanted. That's a problem. We have lived with this foreign rule and this forceful union for decades, over 100 years.
Yes, my people, thank you all for listening and for watching about the initial science of the system. I pray to God that I can replace this system. You see, for what our Prime Minister is trying to say about the conquest of the zoo called Nigeria, where we all hail from, where we all obediently, like the obedient servant, were with them since the amalgamation. And you all agree with me that that amalgamation was as a result of the conquest of the Europeans of Africa. They just merged us for their own benefit. Our PM made mention of it here. I can take it a little bit back. The conquest never allowed any of our forefathers, my people, to have a choice or to have a say of whether they wanted that amalgamation or not. They just polarized us, lumped us together. Everybody was just muddled together to a very dangerous diversity that is not helping anybody after hundreds of years, just for the interest of one tribe or another tribe. They are the ones benefiting of what is pain on many others.
I want to just go straight
Hello,
to the
Sonny,
point.
Sonny, thank you.
To understand what we are doing, we are fighting for our freedom. And I believe that everyone in this life and in this world, where you are, the country where you reside in, have a history. Now, I want every one of us here today and those who will listen to this particular speech to note one very important fact. Nigeria state came into being through conquest. This is a fact that nobody can change. Nigeria came into existence through conquest. And the forceful imposition of foreign rule, which denied the indigenous people in Niger area the opportunity to negotiate and choose what they wanted. That is the problem. We have lived with this foreign rule union for decades, over 100 years. That is the problem. Now, I want everyone listening to me today to also understand that after this forceful union of Nigeria, called the amalgamation, successive regime, both before and after the shambolic independence, continue to hold the state together in a similarly forceful manner, the same pattern and the methodology that the conquest and invasion and the colonizers came in. They thought by the forceful and the barriers of the gun, they will continue to kill people for the unity of Nigeria.
Yes, my people, there was this video that I was watching, the Amnesty International in the zoo. They have compiled a very, very nauseating video of what the military are doing to people in the zoo. But you know, I cannot bring it here. I saw it this evening under the Twitter handles. You cannot believe what these people are doing to human beings. You can't believe it. I cannot describe it. But this is what we have been living with. We have been living with this for decades. But you will not believe that the military currently are calling on the Amnesty International relating to the Colonel Adewale that they captured, Biafra Liberation Army captured, and you will not believe what they are saying there. Let's play that one after this. Let's listen to our PM. PM is always making very salient and important comments in his speech, things that are very, very central in the issue in Nigeria. Unfortunately, some of these tribes, they don't have anybody to fight for them. Like our PM, they don't have such people like our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who speaks boldly. And the boldness in our Prime Minister is another endearing thing, because he speaks with a lot of boldness and a lot of wisdom. He says things that really touches the root cause of the problem in that country, which many people know about, but they are so scared to talk. That's why they hated us with passion, and we also hate them with passion.
That also is the problem. So, this impression that they are creating, that the country must remain as crafted from the amalgamation by the colonialists, and that this country called Nigeria unity is non-negotiable. That is also the problem. We have lived from centuries to century, and today we are in the era of 21st century. We are now in a global where the things of the past and the things of the old are changing to become new. And they don't want to change Nigeria with the dangerous diversity that have now emanated from different angles and the different injustices and corruption, and now Nigeria has found itself to become an Islamic state. That is the problem. However, the state has continuous instability, insecurity, of so-called agitation like they brought today for self-determination. The Biafra government in exile and in the homeland called the de facto government has taken on or so-called agitation from agitation to liberation by using what I called a multi-dimensional approach, relying on documentary evidence, observations, and descriptive analysis of the Nigerian state. By continuing to expose Nigeria and the nature of the Nigeria to the international community, especially to the new generational discussers that didn't have the knowledge about how Nigeria committed existence. They have to be educated to know why we are fighting and why we must fight till Biafra is a recognized independent state. There is no going back. So they need to be educated to know when this thing comes to their table, the decision they could make that will impact the world. Because this is not just about Africa.
You know that recently our Minister of Finance, Mr. Ogechukwu Nkere, he visited the congressmen in America, and he was talking to Mr. Mike McCall, and he was saying that he visited Africa. I mean, Mr. McCall, the congressman in House of Representatives in America government right now, the man said that what he discovered that these Christians are passing through is very, very pathetic. And you know, it's not everything that they discussed that the minister will be telling us. But that was one major aspect. Nigeria is a multi-dimensional nation. But they don't want to recognize that. Only one tribe is using the colonial masters' influence as an advantage to intimidate the rest. And they find solace in the Afrojas, who are always deputizing them to continue to intimidate the people of that country. Whereas these people have no connection with us. They came all the way from Sahel with their so-called Usman and Fodio father to intimidate us in our own land, using all our natural resources. Even the gold in Zambia, it does not belong because they are not, but they are in control of our gas and our oil. Everything in Nigeria comes to the Fulanis. Advantage of the presence of these colonial masters that splitted us or lombarded us into one nation, which we are not. After 100 years of this amalgamation, Nigeria is not working. It's not working. That's why I like it when our PM is talking about it, because it highlights so many realities and truth in whatever he's talking about.
But to impact the world positively. Now, this exposition of Nigeria include pattern of the coexistence among the different ethnic groups in Nigeria, including with their dangerous diversity. The extent these different dangerous diversities coexist, they exhibit the proactive for as well as facts that militate against the national integration, including when they say the RRR after the Biafra war. The manner the government promotes national unity and the factor that ignite the so-called the separatist tendency like they brand us today. The inability to foster sense common identity and the national consciousness among the different ethnic group and these different dangerous diversities. The continuing promotion of inter-ethnic hate by this same Nigeria, single person occupying the highest position or one of the high positions in Nigeria today have promoted inter-ethnic hatred, which is the reason one of our sister, Amaka, is here today.
When it comes to what PM has just mentioned, this tribal hatred, you can see it in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. They accused him of so many things, brought action against him for so many reasons, which was exactly the same thing they brought on Sunday Igboho, brought on Showore, brought on Wadume, and the kidnapper. 4 of them, similar to Onyendu's case. So-called. I call it so-called because that's not Onyendu's case. Onyendu has always advocated for referendum to be conducted so that people will vote for where they want to be. But they refused. Why are they refusing? Because they don't want us to go with our oil and our gas that they have been milking for years. What do Fulanis have in Nigeria? Nothing. They don't have any tribe. They are still hanging around by their nature as nomadic people. Zamfara does not belong to them. Nowhere belongs to them. But what belongs to them is violence, nepotism, lies, cheat, corruption, terrorism. Name it. You will find everything in them. They release everybody that does not earn Nnamdi or Kanu. That is the same tribal hatred. Why do they hate us? Because we are the only ones challenging them. The rest are so lily-livered. They can't even speak. They can't talk. They are so weak. That's why they hate us. Amaka was singled out, and Abike Dabiri wrote a letter to the Canadian author without asking for the people she was talking to. Or was she a mad woman talking to herself who heard her? That will go to show you how nepotic, idiotic, chaotic Nigerians are. They like to force everything out of everybody. But now they have made their Waterloo. Our PM is not a pushover. No, I love him so much. He speaks with authority and he carries it out. He does not speak and run out. No. So like that. But our PM will stand there and he will fight back. That's why I don't think those who don't love him are those who are with the IOB Nigeria, DOS and co.
Every one of us has victim of the Nigeria leaders' promotion of inter-ethnic hatred and unhealthy rivalry of these diversities, as well as the bad governance rooted in corruption and divisiveness. And above all, the move from the secular state to the Islamic State of Nigeria. Today we have the Muslim ticket, which even many people from the Christian part never believed it could be possible. They have all happened. It is not only that, they sponsor ethnic cleansing, killings in other parts of Nigeria, except in Biafra land, that we are resisting them today under my leadership. Factors that fuel Biafra agitation and the liberation, which I am leading. My fellow Biafrans, we have seen the killings of Christians in Nigeria, in different parts of Nigeria, including in Biafra land. We are resisting them. We have seen promotion of this inter-ethnic hatred, which our sister Amaka and every one of us is a victim. Today, the Biafra government have risen to take responsibility of defending Biafrans all over the world, irrespective of what you believe in, irrespective of whether you support the struggle for Biafra or not. So long as you are being bullied by the Nigeria state as an entity, we are going to rise up to defend you. Whether you believe in me, believe in the Biafra government or not, and it's left for you to accept that particular gesture. The government is here to protect every Biafran from A to Z, anywhere you are in the world. Once Nigeria representative or Nigeria as an entity rise up to bully you, it is then you will know that indeed Nigeria is not for you. My fellow Biafrans, we have made history today. The awareness we have created in Washington, D.C., United States of America, is bringing a shockwave across Africa and across Sahel. We will continue to create this awareness for the new generation decision makers who may not have much knowledge about the Nigeria existence. My fellow Biafrans, as we are pursuing this liberation of Biafra using diplomatic approach, political approach, we are also pursuing it using armed struggle approach.
Yes, my people, Kingsmen, Kingsway, thank you for joining. Shalom. I hope you had a nice weekend. My people, you know, When our PM is talking this way, he is saying everything the way it is. You know that we Biafrans, we have our barrister that represent us, not the ones representing Onyendu. We have Dr. Levy. He lives in America. He is a Jewish man. We are human beings. We are not trees. And these people, hello, my wonderful brother, Freeman, thank you for joining. I saw you on Saturday. Well done. So, my people, our PM is saying that this diversity, yes, this diversity is what we deserve. We are human beings, we are not trees. When you come to kill a tree or cut a tree down, the tree will be there. You will be going around it looking for where to start cutting it down. Hello, my brother Owen. Thank you for joining. Yes, he is the best man. I agree with you. When you come to cut a tree will stand. But as a human being, when somebody come to buy you, you have to defend yourself. That's why we are doing it both politically and also armed struggle. Because these people, they are very deadly. If you look at the list of the terrorists on international list, they say that the ones in Nigeria is the deadliest. The deadliest. And they will give them uniform. On Friday, or either I made a video here and I played a voice where the Truji, the most deadliest leader of terrorists, TDS Musa, is their boss. He is their boss. Now, because Biafra Army caught a soldier, he said that they are going to call amnesty. The way Biafra Liberation Army treated them. Really? What did he go there to do? He was a soldier. I'm sure so many of you must have seen the video of the man. And our PM directed that they should set him free because he's our Yoruba brother. Whether they like it or not, we respect them. We take them as our, but they don't look at us that way. Hello, Peter. Thank you for joining, my brother. You are all welcome, and I'm happy you all had a wonderful weekend. Thank you, my people. Our people had their usual Nnamdi Kanu Day, which is Monday. It was quiet everywhere. No business opened. Sit at home, which is different from the lockdown. Nna ndị be anyị a na-asụ ndị akwụ. Enwere m ike iweta ife na-eme na this platform maka ndị YouTube na ndị Facebook. Ndị Biafra Liberation Army fa na-anyụ ndị a ịkpakwu and fa gbasigo police station ọkụ na Biafra land wee free ndị niile fa ji eji na dia station. Alụ na-eme ndị a. Yes, my sister Mary said that our PM is born to give Biafra freedom, just like Jesus Christ was born to give freedom to humanity. Exactly, my sister. You are very, very correct. I agree with you 100%. Our PM is not eating or sleeping without making sure that Biafra matter is sorted out. And so much.
And that is what we call the self-defense international law, where Nigeria state has made our place so uncomfortable and now very comfortable in exile.
Yes.
Until we fight our way to delegitimize them, demilitarize Biafra land, and then go back to set up a government that works for the people. On this note, I will use this opportunity to invite our sister Ekpa, which have faced both backlash, attack, bully from the Nigerian government, including the agent of the Nigeria within the Biafra struggle. I have never spoken to Amaka, never, till today, and I have not spoken to her. Maybe I will speak to her here. But the Biafra government approach to defend her, and we went head on with the terrorist state and their representatives, providing evidences, and we are ready to provide witnesses for Amaka. We are not just only going to defend her by providing legal services and all that. We are ready to pay the legal fee.
Exactly.
Not only that, we will provide witnesses on her behalf. The Biafra government will go to any length. We will use Amaka to set example of how a nation and a government should stand up for their citizens. Before that incident, agent of Nigeria started reaching her, everybody was condemning her statement. And of course, it is only those who are deep-rooted with love for their people will understand what Amaka went through that made her a woman to make and utter such statement publicly on a live broadcast. We understood her, even though she was not part of us then. But being a Biafran that she is, even if she didn't accept it then, we understand her pain. It is only the Biafra government under my leadership understood Amaka's pain. And when we boldly stand up for her, it will be withdraw the statement against her. Because it was then they begin to see things from a different perspective. That's what makes us Biafrans. Yes. That's why we're different. And today, Amaka is here against all odds. Yes. Because she has been cursed, according to people who claim they have power to curse people. But their people are dying in ages. They don't have, they say they have cursed Amaka because Amaka identified herself with the Biafra Prime Minister. I am telling you today, Amaka, no curse. Even the one that I have laid upon you before this whole incident, the spirit I carry in me, yes, will neutralize every curse. Better your family, from your village, and that is here. Yes. That power that God, that every curse laid on you by anyone, before and after, will go back to them from today. Yes. Just watch and see. I welcome you, Amaka. Give Biafra.
Yes, my people, I have to show you the picture of Amaka because you need to see her picture. Is a bit faint because it's coming from my phone.
And like I said, I have not spoken with her before for now, so I'm not. I don't think you are going to tell a lot of stories because something is still going on. So, but just that briefly share to Biafrans, your experience. But like I have assured you through the Foreign Affairs Ministry of Biafra Republic, we will be here for you till the end. You are not alone, and that's what this Biafra government stands for. Whether you support this government or not, we will use to set example to the Nigerian state that the bullying against Biafrans is over. Anywhere in the world you bully any command, we will come for the person. So we will use you to set example, and it is going to happen for every other person, not just for you, but that the bullying and the ethnic hatred against the Biafra people, the government has taken it up, and this will be the beginning of the end. So, Biafrans, there has been a lot of propaganda against you on social media. And as a lady you are, I know you have gone through a lot.
That's hard there.
And the internal thing will not be discussed public. The government will support you, both your legal representative and then also making sure that we provide witnesses, if that has been briefed. But we're not going to discuss the issue of the, what is in the court or whatever that is going on at this point. But just know that you are not going to be alone, and you will never be alone. We will use you to set example to Nigeria state. Nigeria is a defeated, ethnic, bigotry country, terrorist country, that all they do is to bully those who they call citizens and kill them. We see them kill protesters, those carrying their own flag, not Biafra. They kill them in the street. They shoot them dead. They have not to human life. They have no regard to women. They have no regard to children. And that is exactly what we're doing, to provide alternative for Biafra people to have the right to live and right to aspire to be whatever they want to be in life. And that's why we are doing what we are doing here. A lot of people will not understand the job we are doing until Nigeria begin to bully them like they have bullied you. Before then you know that indeed, actually, there is a hope. And only that when you discover there is a hope, you will continue to hope hopelessly on Nigeria. Nigeria is a failed state, and the Biafran, including those who are running for political positions in Nigeria, don't know that their lives are like this until it will happen to them. And many people will not have the opportunity. Before you say something, let me also share with you. I have been watching different things on social media, how people contacted using recorded your voice, your telephone, and they were using it to do program. The IPOB Nigeria have attacked me since 2021. They have blackmailed me, called me Nigeria agent. I listened to the one who said that I'm a Fulani agent, and I was listening to hear him give you the proof, because he said he has a proof, So I was listening to see the kind of proof he wanted to give to you. But of course, that never happened. So they call me Nigeria agent, they call me Zoo agent, they call me Fulani person, and all manner of names in order to demoralize me, and of course, in order to continue to what I call the political pressure group, which was fighting for Biafra. So anyway, there was this man who for Russia, a Biafra, who was fighting for Russia and was fighting against Ukraine. He made a video, several videos, and pictures where he has a Biafra badge. And as a Prime Minister of Biafra, whenever I see anybody identifying him or herself with the Biafra flag, like I've just said for you, for example, even if you don't support this government, it doesn't matter. We want to use you and every other person, not just about you. So when I see anybody who is proudly identifying him or herself with the Biafra flag, I'm proud of that person. So I saw this guy, he made a video and had a Biafra badge fighting for Russia. And I posted this video or picture without making any comment, because now immediately I made that post, they approached this guy, the people that were calling you, and I must say that you are very, very lucky, because what they wanted you to do,
Funny.
of our land.
Thank you.
So this guy, exactly what they did to you, or exactly what they did to this guy, is what they wanted to do to you. But you are very, very lucky you did not fall. Your hands are clean. So this guy, they approached him to make a video and condemn me. And he made the video. Just the way they wanted you to do. So he made the video, and before you know it, bam, the video was on social media, going viral. Oh, Simon Ekpa, don't post my picture. I am disappointed. Like he's not attacking me for no reason. I don't know whatever you are doing, and I don't believe in whatever you are doing. So after doing that, I said, okay, no problem. I have not done anything wrong by being proud of you for posting a video or a picture where you have a Biafra flag and fighting for Russia. Of course, the God of the land removed the protection they used to guide in Russia war. And the next day or so, killed. he got killed. And of course, had to hide it. The brother started posting on social media, giving a eulogy to him and all that. So we challenged them since they asked this guy to make a video. He went and make a video, and the Biafra land and the Biafra spirit that were protecting him left him immediately, and he got neutralized. Till today, they even went and tried to bring somebody else who dressed like him and cover his face to claim that the guy is still there. But till today, the guy is dead, completely dead, because the brother actually confirmed that. So why this story is that this is going to be, it is good that you did not fall for them. But like I said, I have not spoken with you before. But what I did is that I directed the relevant department of the Biafra government in exile, which is the Foreign Affairs Ministry of the Biafra, to swing into action and make sure that we protect you as a government. The main primary purpose of the government to fight for its citizens.
Yes.
And even though we are in exile, and of course we are also in the homeland, in de facto government, which a lot of people don't actually know, it is a prerequisite requirement that is required of any government is you must be able to provide security of life and property of the people. We have done that in Biafra land.
Yes.
And it is not only Biafra land, we are also doing it globally. And your own is in the public and is going viral because of the nature of the case. We have helped a lot of Biafrans that have had different problems in different parts of the world. But your own is a little bit peculiar because of the nature, and it has this ethnic hatred which Nigeria state are the one engineering. You can imagine in your own case, the entire Nigeria National Assembly within 24 hours wrote to Canada. These are people, and the worst part of it is that there are people who are from Biafra land which we have given vote of no confidence because they doesn't represent the people that voted them or the people that they claim in Abuja. What they did was to join the Fulani to condemn their own. And we listened to the fact that the idiot from Abia State, who is the speaker or deputy speaker, wherever he
Benjamin Kano,
was part of those who wrote to Canada to deal with you.
Can you imagine?
You supported very much in 2023 election, also condemned you. It was when I was watching, because I don't like to delve into issues without having some background of what is trying to happen, and listening to P2P and all of them condemning you. I said no, that Biafra is for everybody who is answering Biafra name, and it is time we use you to set example, especially now that they have come for you. The Nigeria you supported so much, just like every one of us did in the past. I was one of the biggest. I said anybody, if I can fight for Biafra, every other person that is shouting at it is just open kupu, because I suffered for Nigeria, fight for Nigeria, did a lot for Nigeria. So if I can turn around when I see that there is no way under Nigeria, I believe that it is just a matter of time. Everybody will turn their back. So we decided to come to help you. And that's why P2P, after our first tweet about you, P2P changed and withdrew his statement and begin to talk something different. But that's who we are. The same P2P, we have also made very clear to Nigeria State that any day they arrest him, because we know they are planning to arrest him. Any day they arrest him, we will increase the resistance that we are giving them today. Times 3. P2P is not part of what we're doing, but just the same hands of fellowship and the same open door we have for you, the same thing we have for P2P, irrespective of what he has done to us. Even if we are going to do anything, or if anything is going to happen to P2P, it must not be Nigeria. We will never allow them to do anything to P2P. And when I say this, a lot of idiots who don't know actually, who are not actually liking P2P, but they are on the social media trying to hide under him. They will don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. As if anything happened to me, stand for him. All of them will disappear. But that is not what we are here for. So Amaka, you're welcome. I can see that you are having difficulty joining Zoom. Maybe you are not very conversant with the Zoom. So, but you are going to learn it. You are going to learn it. So, just give us a brief of what actually transpired. Don't tell us the whole story, and don't tell us about your personal thing. Don't tell us about some of the things that I'm aware. Don't tell us that. Just tell us you are fine, and this is you, and we go from there. Thank you. Unmute yourself, please.
Hello, Kenneth. Is our sister Amaka?
Excuse me, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so I thank you so much for your support. And I thank Mr. Charles and Sister Nena. They've been so supportive. I am so grateful, to be honest, because I didn't know them before, and they started calling me, reaching out to me. Even yesterday, I wasn't feeling very good, and I called her that I was not feeling good, and she talked to me like a mother. She told me what to do, to go get some lemon and some honey and mix it up and soak it up on my body, which I did, and I was very okay. I really thank her for her support. She's so nice, very calm, but sometimes she gets angry. But that's normal with all humans. Okay, so to be honest, whatever that happened, I didn't expect it to blow out of proportion because, it was just like a response that I gave to somebody who actually bullied me for being evil and who called me slandered my name and the names of the Igbos as a whole, and wanted to change my history. At some point, I was thinking if actually my history that my parents me was right, because you see some other tribes, on social media telling you about your history, that the Igbos are slaves and things like that, which is highly unacceptable. I see a lot of people agree to that and say, oh, maybe it's true. But I'm not gullible because I'm not going to accept whatever someone says about me or my history or my people. I think that the federal government blew it out of proportion because it was a response from I don't want to mention their names because I was asked from the authority not to mention the names up to this point until the case is over.
Have you people heard it? The Nigerian government, they are at it what they are used to doing. Nepotism, lying, hiding things where they're supposed to be exposed. They took Amaka to court, whereas Oba of Lagos was there, talking about how he will push Igbos in Lagos to Lagoon. Nothing happened to him. This senator, Ikachua, or whatever his name is called, Nwoke Onye Fulani, he said that Southeast is supposed to be president, but to die. That is what is good for Southeast. Nobody said a thing to him. Even Tinubu's wife castigated the Igbos. Nobody said a thing to her. Oluomo, or whatever he is called, threatened and carried the threat out, beating up some of our people. Some people were sent to hospital because of the injuries. Oluomo took his thugs to attack our people in Lagos. Nothing. Till tomorrow, they are still maltreating our people. There's a call Cubana chief priest. Do you know that Cubana chief priest, he built a house and they stopped him and they demolished it? But that one, I have no sympathy for him. But because some people attacked lady called Amaka, and she attacked back verbally on TikTok. Now Nigeria government took it up. Really? So Nigeria is this fast in acting for its citizens. But they took somebody like, what's his name? Shetima, the terrorist leader, as their president. I've not seen a very chaotic society like Nigerians. They can't talk. They can't move. They can't say a word. I praise this, our sister. It's going viral and her picture is being showed everywhere. But he was asked not to mention the name of the people that she was talking with. They are protecting those ones. But Amaka is good to be crucified. You see, Nigeria.
Yeah, so they made it like that, and I don't know why. At this point, I started to realize because of my tribe. That's why it went overboard. Yeah. So, like you said I shouldn't touch every base, but I'm just hoping that everything will be okay. But with you guys standing beside me, I'm very confident, and I really appreciate everyone. And at this point, I have started to use my voice to bring the Igbos together, because I wouldn't say that I love Igbos so much, but I do love Igbos too much. That's the truth. But sometimes when I say this, people be like, "Oh, you always feel like you're the only Igbo." No, I have this passion. I didn't know the video was going to go viral, because you hear when I say that Igbo men are too quiet and things like that. That's how I feel, that Igbo should pick up. We should, our voice, our phone, and everything is our weapon, and we have to use it. Your pen, your paper is your weapon. Your computer is your weapon. So you have to use it wisely. So yeah. So recently, I have been talking about, bringing the Igbos together, because when this thing happened, I realized that a lot of the Igbos, there's a little bit of, yeah. So I'm trying to bring people together and, listen to everybody's complaint and, talk to a lot of people. Yeah. So I think everything is moving on well in my platform right now, because we are all working as one, yeah. So that is what I'm doing right now. And, yes, I'm really thankful. I don't want to touch every base. I'm really thankful for the community. And I say, Juku Gozie, everybody. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Amaka. Now you have a government, Biafra Republic government that take care of his people. So you just heard what our Prime Minister said. I think he's on the phone. Okay, PM.
My people, you have heard it. That is Amaka talking to Biafrans. Some people was calling yesterday. The only thing they want to hear is Amaka. That first time that PM spoke, Amaka wasn't ready, but she finally came, and you have all heard her voice. IPOB Nigeria, first of all, went to her and was telling her how our PM is agent of Nigeria. These people can never rest. The DOS will never rest, and they're not remorseful for selling our leader. They are not remorseful. They are still meddling into Nigeria as their leader, because they are IPOB Nigeria. They are still meddling into Biafra business. This lady, you have heard her, that she's proud to be an Igbo lady. She is. Because if she's not, when she was invited by Madam Nena, she wouldn't have arrived. She wouldn't have attended. But she came and spoke to the PM. Everybody have heard Her voice, you have all heard. This is the thing we have been suffering in Nigeria. They don't want us to go. You can imagine something that happened on the internet. Nigeria government took it this far. They took it this far to go and, prosecute this lady because they believe that they can do it. My people, I have another voice that I would like you people to hear. You know, Nigeria government, they don't cease to amaze anyone. They are very, very, those people, oh my God. They are the zoo. My God. Zoo is in trouble. They are in trouble. But none of us will save them. We can't save them because they brought all this up themselves. When Onyendu was kindly asking for a referendum, they don't want any referendum. Rather, they decided to be the evil that they are. As always, I've never seen a country like Nigeria. I've never seen. We are surviving by the special grace of God. Honestly speaking, we are surviving by the special grace of God. That's why we can never thank our PM less. Our PM is doing everything humanly possible to ensure that Biafra comes. And we all need to support him financially. We need to support our PM. My people, the fundraising was on Saturday. It was fantastic. I saw our brother Freeman Iko Tuonye. As usual, he's always coming there to do the needful. And I say, may God replenish him and many of you that have been doing that to ensure that Nandi Nabalai Tintim, that Nafa nwere ife faja anọ ya bọg. Nafa nwere ife ja anọ ya bọg. God Almighty knows that no nwere made these people. You know, we didn't do anything to them. Nigeria government is full of evil. Full of evil. Now, our brother Biafra Unite, he has a very wonderful news for us.
Begs International Criminal Court, ICC, order world powers to help kidnap Mazi Simon Ekpa and rendition him to the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom.
Hello, Judith. Thank you for joining.
Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world. You are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel / television this very moment. Today's date is 16th of September 2024, and I have another very important information for every one of you listening to voice right now from where you are all over the world. Dear friends and lovers of freedom,
Yes.
And I want you to give me your attention while I take you through the news. Just as I have said.
If you have ADHD or you just can't focus on schoolwork, this app is perfect for you. It's called Goth.
Anya nebe, imi solia nebe at the same time. So everybody who is listening right now must pay attention to the very end of this very broadcast because we have a message. And because I don't want to talk too much, let us read directly from Punch newspaper Nigeria and let us see how they have reported this very news, which is coming directly from the office of the Chief of Defense Staff, Muhammad Christopher Musa. And according to their own title, they said, armies ask ICC orders to take action against IPOB. Let me take that again. Army ask ICC, that is International Criminal Court in Hague, orders to take action against IPOB. You can see the date 15th September 2024. It is a breaking news, not quite long ago. Now, when they say IPOB, they are not actually talking about the criminals in the DOS Nigeria West Africa Limited. You all know that they don't want to use the word of Biafra Liberation Army or Biafra government in exile, Biafra Republic government in exile. They don't want to use those words because they believe that it is somehow legitimizing the legitimacy of Biafra government. Understand? But our Prime Minister sent them message yesterday night to stop referring us as IPOB, as IPOB is an organization registered in London. Now, let us read in details and understand what they are trying to say. Recall that a few weeks ago, not even up to 1 month, this same Zoo Janjaweed wrote European Union, begging them to help them kidnap and rendition Mazi Samaneba. That one did not work as nothing happened because European Union knows the law. The people who...
You know, my people, if our PM lived in any African nation, he couldn't have survived it because other Africans are not different from Niger, the zoo nation. He wouldn't have survived it. Hello, Stella. Thank you for joining. I hope you are doing good. Thank you so much. We are still at it. We can never stop until Biafra comes. So what Odinanwa is written is right there at the Prime Minister's Twitter handle. But as always, you know that media is a very powerful tool in anything you are doing in this world. All these superstars is media that actually catapulted them to where they are today. So we are all hunting for this news. Yes, thank you. Thank you. To God be all the glory. So we have, I just finished playing Amaka's voice with the PM, but I suppose you must have watched it and listened to it yesterday. Amaka really spoke to him and to Biafrans yesterday during the Canadian town hall meeting. So now, this Afonja that the Biafra Liberation Army captured and sent away, Nigeria Army still has the audacity or the mouth to talk, inviting the International Criminal Court, ICC, as a grounds for them to hold our PM, instead of thanking our PM that the man was kept alive. What did the man go to do in Southeast where he was caught? Or has Southeast become Zamfara or become a Jigawa state? He went there to buy people, and our men held him, and he pleaded with them, Yoruba man. They just left him as a warning. So, but Nigeria Army is still talking. Ruji told the whole world that their leader is Musa. I made a video, a program with it on Thursday or Friday, that Truji, the worst terrorist leader in the whole world, the most dangerous, said that Musa is their boss, and that another APC chieftain bought him a Hilux. They cannot talk about that. All the people that are buying in Zamfara, who no fan Mendi Zamfara, all this Truji, Abubakar or whatever Truji, he's their leader. See that no only Sifabo Musa, then Obiane Menkpoto.
Understand what law says, and they know what the Prime Minister Mazi Saminepa is doing, which all of them, their respective nations in Europe, did the same thing that we are doing today, and that's why they have this civilization, that's why they are developed, that's why their citizens are living fine. And when the citizens are living fine, it gives the government the opportunity to run their states, their respective states and countries in peace. That is.
Yes, Odenanwa is very correct. My people, if you have even a house help and you don't treat them well, they will never handle any of your things good. I have seen a house help that the madam told her that I will give you a house when you marry. Gave her how many millions? She refused. She refused to go. She said that she loved her madam so much that she cannot live without the woman. That her mother died when she was 12 years old, and this woman took her up and raised her very, very well. That the woman does everything for her, goes to abroad and buys her clothing, shoes, and everything that the woman needs. She said that she doesn't want to leave the woman. That is the kind of thing our PM, who promised us that he will bring Finland to Biafra land, is doing for us. This Amaka case is one classic example that our Prime Minister says what he does and does what he says. He is trying to protect Amaka now, even though Amaka is not joining us in this Biafra struggle. I know it's not all of us that will join. That's why they call it referendum, for people to have opportunity and chance to vote for what they want. But look at Amaka is in Canada, and Dr. Joy Irobi, who is our foreign affairs minister, was able. Hello, my wonderful sister Julie. Thank you for joining. Good evening. Thank you much. I hope you had a nice weekend. Wonderful Biafrans. It is really happening. As Nigeria is nosediving, Biafra is going higher and higher. And by the special grace of God, Amaka is going to sue them. He's going to bring an action against them for this one-sided justice. Yes, they asked Amaka not to mention the names of the people that she was talking with during the time that Amaka said what she said. But she said that they spoke to her first, and she responded because they said that the Igbos are slaves and that she couldn't take it. And she said, no, not my own Igbo. You know, she just spoke to PM yesterday, and she expressed her gratitude. This is the kind of government that Biafra is going to run, a very transparent government that cares for its people, government. You can imagine that we are government in exile and we care for our people this way. The same last week, our PM was on the air praising my handwork telling everybody to go and follow my page. You know, he knows how to promote people. He knows how to attend to people. Our PM is such a young man with a very what and with a very resilient mind, very bold. He doesn't talk like a weakling. Our PM talks with a lot of boldness. That is one of the good qualities. And the American congressman congratulated our PM. According to him, he said that our PM has really, really turned Nigeria upside down by having the liaison office all over the world. So any part of the world you go to today, you will see Biafran liaison office to help and support any Biafran. You can imagine that. And Amaka said that she is very happy because Nigeria is of nepotistic way of doing things. Because Amaka was on TikTok talking with people and they were insulting her, so insulting him, insulted them back. Nigeria government quickly wrote to Canadian authorities. This is how you will know people who misplace their priorities. That is their only problem because she's an Igbo girl. Then onye ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for terrorism, this and that, and the other one, all the people charged with terrorism, they have been released. But onye ndu is still there because he's an Igbo man. Everything that the Yorubas are doing to Biafrans in Lagos, nobody is talking about it. Hello, Chibugo. Thank you so much. Ambrose, greetings. Thank you so much. Yes, my sister Julie said that Amaka showed the world the stuff we Biafrans are made of. Exactly. We are no, you can't bend us. You cannot. We, our forefathers that we are taking for slavery refused to be slaves. They jumped into the water and ended it there. That is who we are. You cannot. Adekpuchafi maka. Ebe niile ifuru onye Igbo ifu ogologo ime eji mma onye ọjọọ. I love that Amaka once more for standing up, sticking her head up as an Igbo lady. So Nigeria government, you will hound the Igbos until you fall into that pit that you have digged. In Psalm 35, it says, into that very destruction that you made for me, you will fall. Yes. Ọkwa ndị zoo. Truji is the leader of terrorists in the zoo. Truji said that CDS Musa is his boss. And it is Nigeria government that is sponsoring them. Shetima, is he not in Nigerian government? He is the vice president. He is, of course, with people like Gumi as the cattle rearer, the terrorist rearers. Yes. They are afraid of Biafrans. We have left Nigeria. Go and see their currency crawling like a snake. Anyị bụ Biafra. Anyị ji that country. Everybody knows. You know all these ministers that visit America and talk with all these House of Rep in America. They talk to them. Now they know that this oil and gas that they are coming for, it belongs to us. And tell me, what do you think? After the declaration, 2nd of December this year, how many months more? Come and see what will be happening. Then it will be nation to nation. Nigeria will no longer be a country. It will become a nation like us because our exit has depleted Nigeria. It can no longer be a nation, a country. And they will be failed states that they are. So, my people, let's listen to Biafra Unite.
One thing that they know, which all these idiotic and stupid African leaders do not know yet, even though they know it, but they don't know how to go about it. But we are going to teach them. Biafra will teach them, because Biafra will be the light, the light that will bring democracy, true democracy in Africa. That time is fast approaching. Now, they say, the Nigerian army has asked Amnesty International,
they are panicking,
the International Criminal Court, to take immediate action and hold the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra and its sponsor, Simon Ekpa, accountable for crime against civilians in the southeast. To be honest, the only people who are committing crime against civilians in the place they call southeast today is Nigerian army.
Exactly.
It has always been Nigerian army. Before even the Biafra Liberation Army was formed, even before the Eastern Security Network was formed in 2020, they have been carrying out massacre of innocent civilians in the East. I think I will need time to analyze this properly. Maybe I can get some videos how it all started. So let us see who are the people carrying out crimes against civilians in the place they call Southeast. So when they say civilians in the Southeast, they are actually saying that just to draw the attention of those that they want to confuse. They forgot that their crimes against civilians in the same Southeast have been documented by the local and the international communities. Now, it said the international community must condemn the mistreatment in the longest terms of an unarmed and law-abiding citizen by IPOB in the region. Who are you confusing? They will never pay attention to you because they know who are. They know your antecedent and they know your modus of operandi. They know you better than you. This I mean that
my people, you see these military people, they are calling on Amnesty International does not help anything because they all have their, what will I call it, embassy in the zoo, and they know what is going on. I don't know why these people don't have brain. They don't seem to have brain. You know, there's another video that our people here listen to it. This video is from one of my brothers who is very keen on this Biafra matter. He sent me some important videos. You know, you will hear what this man said. Listen to this.
What happens? Guy, he's part of the few people who understands Nigeria, who understands the problem we have in this country. I see a lot of people who claim to be one Nigerianist. I see a lot of people who claim that they believe in one prosperous Nigeria. Is there anything wrong to believe in one prosperous Nigeria? Absolutely no. But how can you believe in one prosperous Nigeria where you have a president who vowed that he can never fight insecurity, that is killing minimum of 500 people every day in Nigeria, statistics shows? How can you believe
you can imagine that
where the president has been indicted and has been accused of sponsoring number 2 most deadly terrorists in the world?
Oh.
How can you believe in one prosperous Nigeria where the Minister of State and even the Minister of Defense, the Bello Matawande in this cabinet, is the one who is sponsoring the most wanted terrorist leader called Bello Turji in Nigeria? He bought a lot and everything, and no one is talking about all these things. How can you believe in one prosperous Nigeria where Boko Haram can
contest for president and win the election. How can you believe in one prosperity? We have been telling ourselves so many lies. And in this video, Dele Faro TV has a lecture that I wish every Nigerian would just listen to him. Said Nigeria solving the Ryman problem.
See the man.
If you're a mathematician, like my brother and friend Odiwolo, PhD, you would have come across the Riemann hypothesis at one point or the other in your studies. The Riemann hypothesis is one of those mathematical questions, or equation, I should say, that mathematicians are deemed irresolvable.
You all know
a
this
problem
man.
that cannot be solved. Not unlike what the Greek would refer to as a Sisyphean problem. That is when you're given a stone to roll uphill. Nigeria comes across as being something of that nature, an unresolvable problem.
Mm-hmm.
So over the years, you find multiple geniuses and thinkers, more temperate men than myself and women too, attempt to solve the Nigerian problem, and they ended up consumed Nigeria because, make no mistake about it, Nigeria kills, and it kills with proficiency. It doesn't just kill persons. That's routine for Nigeria. But Nigeria kills dreams, it kills visions, it kills hope.
Have you heard it? Nigeria kills dreams, kills hope.
Of every resolve to fight a system that would appear to be relentless in its capacity to kill. Nigeria kills. And it's consumed a lot of men who have tried to solve the Nigerian problem. Or shall I say problems? But if we are to attempt to solve the problem, we must first of all have clarity as to what the problems are. And it is only in the knowledge of the problem, or shall we say diagnosis, that you then begin to deal with the solution or the likely solutions. So what are the Nigerian, the right essays or the Sisyphean task as it relates to Nigeria? These problems. Remember, I want to talk about the solutions. But it is important to ask ourselves, what are the problems, or who are the problems? And it brings to mind the Yoruba proverb. It says, Ajala, Anoe. A question to Ajala, who with you? And Ajala turned to the person asking the question. She may not know, isn't it you? So the Nigerian
is a long-standing one. And I'm not sure that the call from the Nigerian army is necessarily targeted at a particular event that is coming up. I think it's probably more them. In my opinion, I think they're even playing to the gallery to an extent. I haven't particularly taken their call seriously. For once,
Fellow Biafrans, I found this very video on our PM's Twitter handle, and he has laughing emoji on his Twitter handle beside this video. So I decided to pick it up and let us deliberate on it.
simple reason. The Nigerian army is notorious with its human rights records,
Have you heard that?
in those theaters where they have been in
That Nigerian army is notorious with human rights records. Do you people remember that sometimes last year there was this military man who said that Boko Haram has failed, that they, the military, will go and do the job? I don't know if any one of you remembers. If anyone remembers, put it down on the comment section. Otherwise, let's continue. But military is what they are using now. That's why we wash them and bath them. They will wear the military uniform and call them repented Boko Haram. How can a terrorist be repented? You are giving him arms and uniform as a license to be buying people. They said 500 every day. Any country that they are buying their people 500 every day in a year, Tell me how many people that is remaining there. And this one said that military, I don't know. Let me take it a bit back. You hear what he said military is.
Is a long-standing one, and I'm not sure that the call from the Nigerian army is necessarily targeted at a particular event that is coming up. I think it's them. In my opinion, I think they're even playing to the gallery to an extent. I haven't particularly taken their call seriously for one simple reason. The Nigerian army is notorious with its human rights records.
Exactly. They are very
in those theaters where they have been in operations trying to bat whatever forces, they might feel that they are legitimately combating. Legitimately so. But in the process of defending the territorial integrity of your country, there are rules and conventions all over the world with regards to how you treat even enemy combatants. And the Nigerian army has not been particularly, they've not painted themselves in glory.
So you think that their notoriety in how they carry out their operations is going to, deter the international organization from listening to their calls or their...
Yeah, I think that their call will be taken with a pinch of salt. It almost seems a bit of sarcasm to me, everybody. So to put it in common parlance, hey, Shebi, every time you people are carrying us to ICC, carrying us to Amnesty International. Now we too want to go to ICC and Amnesty International, because in my view, yes, the way the gentleman was treated was absolutely abominable and must be condemned. I think that the Nigerian army are well equipped to go in and retrieve him and do whatever they need to do while staying within the ambit of the law. So they don't have too much of my sympathy, to be honest.
We're having a double way in this story. The Nigerian army of the opinion that this man...
the people, the person they are talking about, that Afonja soldier that our PM asked them to give money and send him home. They asked him what he will tell others. He said that first of all, he is telling the president to release Mazin and to allow Biafrans to go. Akụkọ akwa onye eji eji. Akwa onye eji eji na-ebe ka ọ na-ebe. Ọ dịkwana ya n'obi ma o jebe igbu ndị mmadụ na Southeast. And they caught him. They captured him. Wee tipu ya agwụ n'anya. Ofu anyị ya fọdụrụ ka fa tikpọ ya. Wee chọọ ibi ya aka. If any one of you saw him, you will see the way he was looking, wearing a baseball cap. So the man has been sent, and our PM confirmed that Sunday Igboho was standing for them releasing that man, Corporal Adewale. That's the people they will be sending to go and buy people in the Southeast. Whereas Truji is in what is Zafara? Flying like a bird all over the place.
That the man is still in service. Now, is it that the Nigerian army don't really know the man's status?
No, I mean,
or are we having a discrepancy now to mean
we
idea?
Go with the official statement from the Nigerian army. Nobody would know who works for the Nigerian army more than the Nigerian army themselves. So,
last ago, where a man, killed a woman allegedly, though the Nigerian army were like, they're looking into that. It happened there in Excellency division. The Nigerian army of the opinion that the man, it's not or was not recruited from the joint task force, and they said he's not a repentant Boko Haram member. Whereas we have other information out there on the social media platform showing that this man was from the joint task force as a repentant Boko Haram. Was seen a clear notion of all the stories happening.
Well, it's I guess we have to take that as a separate. Maybe that would call to question the integrity of the information that comes out of the Nigerian. And we do know, we've seen in the past, again, they've not necessarily painted themselves in glory when it comes to even disseminating factual information about things that are the very unfortunate incident in 2020 where we all saw live videos. I saw live transmission, Instagram live feed, where bullets were being removed from people's legs. And then the Nigerian army came out in an official statement and said it was, what they call it, doctored or something like that, ridiculous. So they have a checkered history. And for me, the reason I'm a bit unsympathetic towards whatever, I think the guy that is being maltreated by IPOB, if that is the case, should be rescued, and they should deal with them with the full force of the law and the might that they have, the might of the state. And that's not about that. Why are they going to the SEC?
Okay.
I don't understand that at all.
Let me stay with you on this issue. You said something about this case not being isolated. I think it has a broader perspective.
Absolutely.
So in the sense that it should have a broader perspective, do you think that it's some kind of selective justice on the part of the Nigerian army, to take the case of IPOB to the ICC and Amnesty International that has several times called out the Nigerian army against inhuman treatments to civilians? And again, for the fact that the Nigerian army have not been able to take this same case of Boko Haram.
Yes, Stella. For the first time, they are acknowledging Biafra Liberation Army. Onyendu, I don't know, that man is a prophet. Onyendu saw all these things. He said to us that time is coming when this Buhari government and their former Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, the liar Mohammed, who were restricting people, that time they can never mention anything Biafra on their telling. These days, the military themselves are acknowledging Biafra liberation armies. Yeah, they are mentioning it. Is on this very note that our brother Biafra that I read his program. Now they are all talking, and this our brother, listen to him.
Bandits and terrorists to the ICC. You recall what happened when Jonathan tried headlong, to decimate the terrorists. And we are going to ICC because in here, Jerica, you are chief of army staff. You people are killing my people and all of that. So do you?
Even recently, the one called Pantami, terrorist that came from Sudan. He was formerly in Saudi Arabia. They drove him the same time as Gumi from Saudi Arabia. That they don't want terrorists in their country. They even gave the list of their names, but Buhari never read it out. Pantami went to Sudan. That's where they go for their lesson or lecture or studies, Islamic studies. Pantami is the one now that they have selected to go and represent them in UN. That is the group. All of them. Pantami said that anybody fighting Boko Haram is fighting the Fulanis. That they are fighting for their tribal interest. Can you imagine? Okay. So let's listen to them. This man is reminding them how they use this same Boko Haram to destabilize Jonathan's government. That time, Ijrika was the chief of staff, like this Musa, and the Ijrika really fought these people. And Buhari said that Ijrika is killing brothers. Can you imagine? So I don't know. The world should be hearing our voice. That these people are using their military to decimate our people, and they will turn around and be sending letter to Canada that our sister Maka said that they will buy them on internet. But what they are physically doing to people, nobody is talking about it. The repentant Boko Haram. Why are all the repentant Boko Haram in the military? Because it will be an open license to kill innocent citizens and civilians.
I think it's amounts to selective justice.
Yes.
Do one thing in this case and do another in another case in the same jurisdiction.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that that's part of the reason that I'm skeptical towards this, their call, because it's one. I mean, look, that's one single individual that is maltreated by any unlawful means or whatever is too much. You know, you don't have to get to 2 or 3. So we have to condemn that. But my goodness, I mean, the kidnappings that are happening every day in this country, people taking ransom, still killing the victims. Where was the Nigerian army and where to the ICC? Things were happening.
Exactly.
For me, honestly, it's ridiculous. I think
people
that
are now,
sometimes this government official.
people are now being forced to say the truth. Where were Nigerian soldiers when all these Boko Haram are buying innocent citizens? They did not hear or know how to get to Amnesty International. But because of this one that I showed his picture here, which, I mean, every human person would appreciate Biafra Liberation Army and our PM for asking them not to buy the man. Who is he? He went there to kill, captured. They even gave him money. PM said they gave him money for his transport, to transport himself to his hometown. And Sunday Igboho acknowledged PM for releasing that guy. That's what they are making noise for. Nah, Zoo, their matter is so irrelevant, very, very irrelevant.
Really do need of reorientation. You know, they have to take citizens a bit more seriously than they do.
Does it speak to the complicity or of intentionality on the part of the government in fighting insecurity? Should we think in that direction?
Well, I mean, look, that's a bigger problem. That's a big problem that we are grappling with, and we need answers to. You know, why the ban? Why?
You see, this man, his last statement and his last question is, why is it that bandits seem very powerful? Because Truji said that Musa is their boss. He said so. Truji said it. Truji is the leader of these terrorists. He said that their boss is CDS Musa. Yes, my sister Stella. She said that Zoo is one of the deadliest countries in the whole world. Yes. Ichekwano na ndị ministers ya na-eje meet in the House of Representatives, all these congressmen. Kedu ife iche fa na-eje akọwalụ these people? Ọ bụrụ ife niile fa je discuss ọ dị ka ị ga-ama. Because ndị ọcha chọrọ onye na-enye nsogbu, Nigeria will end up being the problem of the whole world if they are not stopped. Yes. Ị ga-eche ka ife ga-eme after 2nd of December, when Biafra is declared as a nation of its own. The boundary will be set straight. Nigeria intruding into our land will be an international case. Yes, nation by nation. The deadliest in the whole world, terrorists. Yes, where thousands are died every day and the government say nothing. How can anybody think that government, where the man who fought terrorists and who brings them in will condemn what they are doing? They told us openly that why they are looking for Muslim ticket is because they want to Islamize us and Fulanize us. That's it. Tinubu cannot say anything. Rather, he is looking for his own pocket, his brothers. Maka na ndị ofe mmanụ bụ ndị afọ eju eju. Oge ọbụla onye ofe mmanụ a na-afọju akpa, ọ na-ezu. This oil that they are sharing, if it came from their own homeland, they will not let anybody come near. That's why they don't want us to go. That is their methodology. You know, their modus operandi is say no evil, speak no evil, do no evil, but they are the evildoers. They are the evildoers. They quickly wrote to Canada so that Canada will now, they can't twist the hand of law in Canada. No way. Law must follow its course in Canada because Amaka's lawyers are going to sue them for what is it called again? Justice that is being one-sided. You know, you cannot do such in Western world. If not that is a place where they are civilized. Most of them have fought wars. Most of them fought for their freedom. So they understood very, very well what our PM is fighting for. One name Ike. Yes, Ike. This zoo, my people, we are going to 2 hours now. I have to leave, and whatever remains, we will discuss it maybe tomorrow. I will be here again. There is one thing I don't know what Onyendu's wife was about. I found it on the PM's Twitter handle. Tomorrow we will discuss it to know what that Delilah is talking about. Onyendu amanụzikwa ya. Onyendu amanụ again maka PM anyị kwuru ife ọ sị na Onyendu gwara ya egezikwa na oge echi ntị. Ọkpọrọ ya nwunye na ọ gwara ya Onyendu mana PM anyị ji his back. That Onyendu's back the ground. I'm telling you that if not for our PM, ndị gọvanọ akasigo ka egbufu Onyendu. Our PM ga-eme ma achọ Onyendu achọ na afro. Very wicked people. No, Obrokwa Delilah of Biafra land. Omalu village osi. Oh, Delilah onye ebe ọ bụ. Onyendu amanụkwa nwaanyị anwa maka ọ dị capable of igbu Onyendu. We cannot afford to see Onyendu being pied by her. So tomorrow we will make a full discussion of her video. I saw it at Onyendu's Twitter handle. Obuni Twitter handle, go and read it there. Tomorrow we discuss it. I love you people. Thank you all so much. I enjoy it so much when I am with all of you. My sister Stella and Mary, wonderful Freeman Iko Tuonye. My brother was Ihejrika, and the one from Ghana, I don't know all the names. God bless you all richly. Thank you much. Everyone name Dalu so Dalu o. God bless you all. I will see you people again tomorrow. All hail Biafra. Peace, progress, unity, and equity. One name Anya Nalugono. Thank you so much. Bye from here. Everyone, have a very wonderful evening. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.